Welcome to my first Pilates for posture. In this sequence we're going to work on mobility, flexibility and strength to give us our longest, tallest postures. So we're going to start on all fours. So on your hands and knees, I just want you to come to a position where you would naturally start from. Don't correct anything, just notice where you are. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. I want you now to start to lengthen from your neck. Send the crown of your head away as though you're a turtle coming out of their shell. Lengthen your neck at the same time, squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Now from here, keep your upper body still and give me some pelvic tilts. That means tucking your tailbone underneath you to round your lower back, and then sticking your tailbone out behind you to create a dip in your lower back. And I want you to think about doing this without moving your shoulders, without moving your head, and without, if you can, moving your rib cage. So it's like your head, your neck and your shoulders are in a vice, and you have a tail that you are tucking between your legs and then sticking up in the air. Use the muscles in your lower belly and then your lower back. And then I want you to start to slow this movement down and find a position halfway between those two extremes. Not fully tucked, not fully out. Somewhere where there's a little kink in that lower back. Hold that still, and now we're going to lift and drop our breastbone. Squeezing our two shoulder blades together, we're going to allow the breastbone to sink down towards the floor. Then we're going to lift our breastbone, spreading the two shoulder blades apart, creating a roundness through the upper back. Squeeze shoulder blades together, dip down, and then press away. And you're trying not to bend your elbows. You're trying to maintain that length through your neck, as though you're always stretching your head away, embracing that turtle trying to creep out of their shell, and then keep your pelvis in that position as you go. So these are scapular isolations, your shoulder blade isolations. You are just moving your shoulder blades around your chest wall and closer together. Okay, now the next time you lift up and you press the ground away and you move your shoulder blades around your chest wall, I want you to hold it here. With the length from the crown of your head, your pelvis in neutral, you're now, without rocking or shifting, going to try and lift one arm up and reach it forwards. Bring that hand all the way back down, dead steady as you transfer, reach the opposite hand forwards and away. Keep going, alternating sides. Reaching through the fingertips, stretching away. Trying to keep that length through your neck and maintaining the rest of the body in stillness. I want you to imagine that there is something balanced across your upper back. A tray of your favourite drinks, something hot that you don't want to spill. And as you go from side to side, keep that steady. Okay, we're coming up to a final hold here. So now with the left arm, I want you to reach it up forward, stretch through your fingertips. And you're going to circle out to the side as though you're swimming through water and bring the arm down by your side. Turn your palm to the ceiling and I want you to start to beat up and down for our first set of hundreds. Hundreds is a great way to build endurance in Pilates. It's small little rhythmical pulses, beats of the arm up and down, trying to cut the bounce in the rest of the body. And we're going to try and do 100 of these so you build endurance. Reaching through your fingertips, stretching through the crown of the head, the long neck. Check in with your frame. Make sure that your chest is lifted, your shoulder blade is still snug around your chest wall. Your pelvis is in neutral. See if you can breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. And with every breath, you're trying to expand into your rib cage as you breathe in. Close your rib cage east to west as you breathe out. And our final 10. And release. Return your hand back down to the mat before we go into the other side. I'm just going to spin around so you can see my arm movement. You can stay in the same position. You're going to hold that chest lifted, the neck long, the lower back in neutral. As you reach your right arm forward, stretch through your fingertips. Then circle as though you're swimming through water, nice and dead still through the left arm. Turn your palm to the sky now and start to beat this arm up and down by your side. You're pushing the left hand down into the ground. If you have a tendency to really over straighten the elbow, I want you to pop a slight bend in it. The elbow crease should be pointing into your midline and not away in the direction of your head. Keep a slight bend in that elbow. Beat the arm up and down. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. If you maintain those still curves, pelvis in neutral, then it's more likely that we're going to be keeping the deep tummy engaged involuntarily without having to think and connect about the deep tummy and the pelvic floor. It will be working, it will be helping to hold you here. Keep pushing the left hand into the ground to lift your chest. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. From here, we're going to open up through the chest. So if we take the left hand all the way up to the sky, we're going to try and stack our whole body over the right wrist. So you want the left hand reaching up to the sky. There's a straight line from your left fingers down through your shoulders into your right palm. And then rotate, bring that hand back down to the ground. Now the opposite side, push away, rotate up. We're going to open up to the sky. We're going to try and get this arm in line with the left arm. You're going to feel a twist through your mid-back, freeing up some mobility and movement in between your shoulder blades and around your rib cage. And change. You're also working on strength in this rotation. If you spend a lot of time at a desk, the shoulders are going to round forwards. We're going to create that forward flexion. We want to open up and work in the opposite direction. Push this arm back. Rotate. And again, alternating sides. Look up towards your hand. Breathe into your twist. Imagine my hand on your rib cage and breathe into my hand. As you breathe out, I'm going to push you and rotate you round even further. One more breath in. And out. And down. Let's do one more like this on each side. Rotate. Open up, push that hand down into the ground. I've got to really work to wrap that arm back and get it in on top of my right hand. Reach to the sky, hold it here, breathe in. Breathe out, and then twist. And for the last time, we're going to open up. I'm going to push that arm all the way back over the top of my left arm. Breathing into this twist. Breathing out to take it further. One more time, breathe in and twist. Breathe out, bring it all the way back down and around. Okay, now we're going to take it all the way onto your tummy. And the forearms are going to be in parallel underneath you. And I want you to sink down again. Find kind of a saggy, bit deflated posture. And we're going to lift up away from there. I want you to push the tops of your feet into the ground. If you can, squeeze your thighs so your kneecaps lift up off the ground. And then you're going to just start to tuck your chin. Look straight down between your two thumbs. And then from here, I want you to lift your breastbone up away from the floor. Keep your gaze going downward. I want you to look underneath your chest. Then see if you can look towards your belly button. At the same time, we're going to lift our ribs. We're going to lift our hips. And we're going to scoop up, lifted on our forearms and on our shins. Looking in at our belly button. And then we're going to lower this all the way back down. Slowly uncurling, pelvis touches down first, belly button next, rib cage next. Shoulder blades tilt, pinch together and stretch your throat forwards. Again, look down. Lift your chest, move your two shoulder blades apart. Look down below your rib cage. Lift your belly button up and look in at your belly button. Press down into the floor, lifting up away from the mat. Hold it here, breathe in. Breathe out, bring it all the way back down. One section at a time, drop into your shoulders, stretch at your throat. So what you're doing here is working on strength, mobility, flexibility and endurance as we bring it all together from the crown of your head, tucking your chin, spread your shoulder blades, lift your chest, so you're loading your upper body. Lift your ribs so you make the tummy work. Lift your hips, feel the lower back work. Press your feet down into the ground. Let's hold it now for 10. You want to be dropping your head, looking in at your belly button, and this is going to bring your ribs in. Hold and breathe. 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring this all the way back down. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and lift your chest. Look forwards. Here we go again. Pushing your forearms down. Last time, we're going to hold for 20 seconds. Dropping your chin, looking in at your chest, looking in at your ribs. Lift your ribs, lift your belly button, lift up away from the ground. Keep gazing down. Press the tops of your feet down into the floor. Spread your shoulder blades apart and tuck that chin. It's like you've got your hips in a harness, and I'm lifting that harness up towards the sky. Don't go too far back, you'll take the tummy out of it. You want to really feel the tummy working. 10 more seconds. Press your palms down into the ground. Hold it, breathe into your ribcage. 3, 2, 1, and release. Lower your hips down, lower your tummy down, lower your chest down. From here, you're going to lie completely down on your mat with your forehead rested on the backs of your hands. Now we're going to start to work into the lower back at the same time. I want you to bend your knees and press your heels together. If we round our upper body forwards, there's a tendency to tuck our tailbone as well, and then the whole body becomes this curved shape. So we're going to work on all of our spinal extensors. Think of extension, think of straightening up, fighting back about that downward posture. Pushing your heels together, it's going to fire up your bottom and your lower back. And then from here, I want to see if you can float your forehead off of your hands. See if you can just lift your belly button at the same time so that you don't get any crunchiness into your lower back. It's working, but it shouldn't be pinching. And then lower down, release the squeeze. Here we go again. We're going to heel squeeze, push our heels together. We're going to float the head and the chest up away from the floor. If we can, we also float the hands up away from the ground as well. We're going to lower, lower, release the pinch. Keep working like this for me. Heel squeeze, float the head. If you can, follow with the arms so that upper body is hovered off of the floor. Feeling the strength through those spinal extensors. The bottom's working as well. Lower down, release. Keep this flow. Heel squeeze, float up. Holding it here, looking straight down. Try and breathe as you hold. Push your heels together. Breathe and hold. And lower. And again, heel squeeze. Float the forehead up. Keep the thighs down on the ground. The last one here to hold. Keeping the chin tucked, you're looking straight down. 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring it all the way back down. Now from here, we're going to take the arms all the way down by our side, and we're going to come into parallel legs now. Parallel legs, pointed toes. I want you to start to beat your arms up and down at your side. You're beating your arms up and down. We're going to keep the knees bent here so that you can start to push your hips into the ground, open up the hip flexors, which tend to start to get quite tight. We're going to beat the arms up and down for hundreds. Keeping your chin tucked, looking straight down. Now float your forehead up and off of the floor. Maybe even squeezing your heels to your bottom, but don't let your back overarch. Keep your tummy drawn in towards your spine. Okay, we're going to now start to turn the palms. I want you to turn your palms straight down and beat your arms up and down again. Small little beats at your side. Try not to bounce or rock or sway as you beat here. Squeezing your heels in towards your bottom, lifting the tummy up off of the mat, looking straight down. The length through your neck should be really fought for. Dropping your shoulder blades down, crowning your head away. Next turn of the hands, we're going to go little finger towards the sky, palms towards the thighs, and pulse again. Work hard not to bounce. Keep looking straight down. Keep the shoulder blades back. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lock in that body. Give me the length through the neck. We've got one more little change. Last 10, 9. I want you to take your hands a little bit further, about 45 degrees. Lead with your thumbs. So rotate your hands towards the sky. Feel the shoulder blades pinch down. And then from here, thumbs leading, heels squeezing towards the bottom, belly lifting, neck long, pulsing. Working on your endurance strength here. You can get into this posture, but can you hold it here? Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try not to bounce. Cut that bounce. Work on that lower tummy. Can you give me last 10? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Slowly straighten your legs down. I want you to push up onto your hands and knees. Use that strength through your upper body if you can to lift yourself up. From here, I'm going to get you to slide your left hand up your mat and your right hand out to the side. Sink your bottom onto your heels and really lengthen and reach away with your arms in these two opposite directions. Rise all the way back up. Use that strength through your hips to find your 4 point. Again, right arm forwards, left arm away. Sink your bottom back. Feel this long lat stretch through the outside of your arm, all the way down towards your bottom. Hold it here. Rise up. Once more in each direction. Reach forward, stretch to the side, sink back. Rise up. Last time, right arm forwards, left arm out to the side. And then bring both hands, reach them forwards. I'm going to get you to curl up into that kneeling now. Start by lifting your belly button towards your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest and lift your tummy off of your thighs first. You're going to slide or drag your hands along the mat towards your knees. Uncurling, starting to straighten out the low back first, rising up, straightening through your spine, lengthening up, shoulders wrap back and down, and then finally your head and neck lengthen up towards the sky. The trick with finding our best posture is little and often, the combination of flexibility, mobility and strength. So I'm going to give you a few different sequences so that you can keep at it.